Hello, my Aries friends. This is Molly with Soul School Tarot and Astrology, and I am here tonight to deliver to you a new moon in Aquarius tarot reading. So this is going to cover the period from about January 24th until February 8th, I believe it is. The Leo full moon is going to be on either February 8th or 9th. So anyways, it's for a 2-week time span, or of course, like, you know, timelines are really super fluid. So maybe this is not the time for this message for you guys. Peek around at older messages. They definitely don't expire. Like I always say, it is a message in a bottle. And when it washes up upon your shore, go ahead and take a peek, see what's in it for you. Guys, I'm just going to do like a real quick thank you. First of all, thank you guys all for being here. Thank you for your likes, shares, subscribes, comments. I love hearing from you guys. I want to point you guys in the direction to some of my astro forecasts. Definitely check out the one for this Aquarius new moon. I'm going to be talking a lot about what this shift in energy is all about. But we still have a lot of planets in Capricorn. But Mercury has moved into Aquarius. The sun is about to move into Aquarius on the 21st. That's going to happen. And then, of course, it will be met up with the moon. And soon, I think... we've had Venus in Aquarius for a minute as well, okay? So definitely a shift for some, like, really some energies. They're all about work and responsibility and moving into things that are more about liberation, okay? But also about revelation, okay? Uranus is direct now and it rules Aquarius. And so that energy is definitely tied up, okay? I mean, it's like freed up, all right? So the reason I say this is because I get the feeling, the general message from most of my Aries, that while there is this shift in energy, all planets are direct right now, by the way. I think that that's something that you guys are feeling. I think you're really, 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 really ready to move on and start something new, but there's been some delays, okay? So, and that's been frustrating to you guys. So the message that I want to send to you is that what this new moon in Aquarius is all about is really new foundations of how you see the world and how you see yourself in it, okay? So if you're just ready to go because you went ahead and fought your inner demons, understand now you have to build a new foundation upon which, you know, a foundation that's resilient to those demons in the future. I don't know where these words are coming from, but they're coming out just for you, Aries. I went ahead and got you guys a song reference. I was doing that for my air signs, just kind of like hopped on over to my Pandora and took a peek at just, you know, like seriously just being guided to different stations. And what came up for you guys on my 80s pop station was 1999 by Prince. But here's what's weird, you guys. I kind of got freaked out by the opening part of that because I don't know if I just like forgot that this part of the song existed. If it's just something that's always cut out of the radio mix, because I'm a radio listener. Don't judge. Or, like, you guys, seriously, I've been reading about the Mandela effect. And so I'm all like, was this always there? Or is this just, like, a new thing? But at the beginning of the Prince song, there's this, 1999, there's this big, like, mechanical voice. And it does sound a little scary, okay? But what he says is, don't worry, I won't hurt you. I only want you to have some fun. Okay, so right when I said that, my guides kind of showed me a little devil, the devil card. And here's the thing. I've seen the devil come up in the advice position in many, many, many tarot readings, okay? Sometimes it just means that it's okay for you to indulge your darker, more temptation-y side right now, okay? It's not the worst thing in the world. Just understand that it's all about self-control. Know your own boundaries before you wander into any situation, you know. But, yeah. If you're really, really, obviously listen to your gut, okay? But I feel like some of you guys are being offered an opportunity to have some fun, but you're not quite sure whether or not to trust it. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my Moonology Oracle deck and see what kind of message I get from my Aries here. Called in my divine spirits of love and light, ancestors, angels, and guides. But I'm going to go ahead and just kind of do that again. Say thanks, guys. communication is key. Communication is key. All right. Yeah. And expect powerful change. I love that message, you guys. Okay. So, what this is saying to me, I think it definitely ties into this 1999 thing with Prince. Okay. Because, I think you really are afraid, like you don't understand somebody's intentions. Okay. That's what I feel is going on. Okay. I feel like you either don't understand anybody's intentions, or I think that maybe like if you've been offered an opportunity to travel per se, it might seem to you like a slightly dangerous situation. And so you want to communicate with anybody else involved in the planning and just kind of know all the facts, know all the details before you go jumping into something. Okay. So I think that's what's really, I like that message. And the, light that you have emanating from behind these two twins, because this card represents the new moon in Gemini. And that's a timing sign for some of you guys. Okay, so the new moon in Gemini happened during Sagittarius season. All right. So if this has to do with, I don't know, somehow it has to do, for some of you guys, it has to do with that time period. So look at the calendar and look at when we had a new moon in Gemini in 2019. Okay, because it wasn't that long ago. So for some reason, there's a connection between that time period and this time period for some of you guys, but it will make sense to you. Doesn't really to me exactly, but it'll make sense to you. All right. So it's just about communication. Make sure that you know the details. Make sure you know the facts. And also this blue is the throat chakra. All right. So know your own truth before you go into that situation. Know what, like if you want to sit down and ask somebody about their intentions in beginning a new endeavor or relationship with you, you need to make sure that you have in mind what it is that you want before you go into that. That way you know what you're willing to say yes and no to. Okay? So the fact that we have these two twins, and it's pointing me, the guides are pointing me to the fact that the card in the tarot represented by Gemini is actually the Lovers, and that to me means that there is a choice to make. But as you can see, one of these two twins has their eyes closed and is kind of tilting their head down, and the other has their eyes open and is looking straight ahead. Okay, so communication is key. That's how you're going to get the information that you need in order to proceed in whatever endeavor it is. Whatever endeavor, that's kind of fun to say. Oh my gosh, that made me thirsty. Okay, and on the bottom of the deck, we had expect powerful change. Okay, so some of you guys are still experiencing powerful changes that came about during the new moon eclipse, because that's what this card is, new moon eclipse, on December like 25th or 26th. Okay, I think you guys are just kind of taking a step back and being like, wow, my perspective on things has really, really shifted since then. Okay. And so some of you guys just in that last 4 weeks have really been feeling this significant, powerful change within yourselves. But for some of you guys, this is just a message that do the thing, communicate, and there's going to be a tremendous change in your perception of the situation. Alrighty, so there's some good advice. Where do I want to go next? I have so many cards. Where do I go? All right, let's go to my teeny tiny Rider-Waite. Okay, in 20 years of reading, this is the first Rider-Waite deck I've ever had. It's this big. Actually, I'm really trying to train myself and remind myself to refer to it as the Coleman Smith deck, because it's the images that we all remember, right? Nobody remembers what was in that book. Okay, the book was written by a white dude named, wait, I don't remember his first name. Okay. And Rider is the name of the publishing company for the deck, right? But the images were made by Pamela Coleman Smith, who was a Jamaican-born woman of color. So let's give props where props are due. Am I right? Okay. So communication is key. Let me get a little further into this. I'm just kind of clearing my mind, trying not to wander off. Get some incense burning. Aries, I feel like the last couple times I sat down to read for you guys, I was kind of having a hard time. And that's a message for some of you guys to try to work with your upper chakras, okay? Some of you guys are not as open to your own intuition as you're being encouraged to be, okay? So let's find out what we need to know about this King of Cups reversed. Okay, they're pointing me back to the throat chakra. So this is somebody who, while they understand, I feel like they kind of know and understand their emotions, they're not very good at communicating them, okay? In fact, you're hearing that some of them actually see it as a sign of weakness. Now, it is a masculine figure on the card, of course, and so that represents to me masculine energy. It doesn't really have anything to do with gender. Just the fact that that's somebody in more of a position, an assertive rather than a receptive position, okay? You're trying to pop off. Let's see. That Fool was there a minute ago, okay? All right. Okay. This can also, wow. Alrighty. Yeah. So the story they're telling me about this guy now, let's see what's on bottom. Wheel of Fortune, okay? Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, moving along. Moving along. Nothing to see here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let's talk about what this means. This is somebody who is, they're moving past some sort of anxiety. They're moving past some fears, but also some heartache, okay? And I've got double confirmation on that because we have the Sun reversed here. That can be just kind of like a sense of depression, okay? Like just a really depressive energy. Like I don't feel like getting up. I don't feel like going out. I don't feel like doing anything, all right? Wow, and I'm going to need to take a minute to meditate on the rest of these cards right here, okay? But I do think that this is also somebody with a broken heart. Somebody who's looking back over what happened with some maturity, all right? But still disappointment, okay? Still disappointed by what happened there, okay? This series right here, I'll show it to you guys. Sorry, I forget everything's upside down to you guys. I will get better at showing this to you. All right, they're showing me a connection between this sun and this sun, all right? I'm going to show you guys. Okay, between this sun, the sun, and the sun up here that is like lighting the way for the Fool's journey, okay? So I feel like while I want this Fool to be like a really happy card saying, oh my gosh, we made it past some heartache, we're moving on. I really feel like whatever this Sun reverse is to you, and I'll go into some potential interpretations, whatever this Sun reverse is to you, it just kind of broke your heart. It crushed your dream. Ooh, it crushed your free spirit. But also some of you guys really had a dream to move forward with something, right? All right, and so it was kind of crushed by this Sun energy. And what this Sun is when it's reversed is it could be, for some reason it told me like a lack of cooperation from the other party, okay? This is a situation that stopped being fun, okay? Or it's a situation in which the truth is not clear. The facts are not being made known, all right? But I think it also can be, you know, just somebody being in this sort of depressed state right now that's keeping them, they're brokenhearted, and it's keeping them from moving on. That's what they want, okay? The yellow is the solar plexus chakra. They'd really just like to be able to move on. That's what we get from this Wheel of Fortune. And in fact, the Wheel of Fortune was backed up by these cards, which means to me that this is what the Wheel of Fortune is trying. Whoever I'm talking about here, whether it's you or a partner, all right, it's this desire to move forward. In fact, you guys remember I was saying earlier, I felt like this is what you guys were going through, a desire to just move forward, to be the Fool, just start a whole freaking new adventure. Like, I'm tired of this old stuff. Let's do something new now. And it's because you're moving away from this situation. It really required, I mean, like you had to spend a lot of time in your thoughts, getting to the bottom of your own thoughts and anxieties, understanding if it is a past relationship, understanding well, what parts of that were me? What parts of that were the other person? How did this trigger my past hurts? How can I really heal from this situation? Did I say something wrong? Did I do something wrong? Is this something that could have worked out if I had been different in some way, shape, or form, right? Okay, so there's lots and lots and lots of potential anxieties running through your head, and you've gone through a process of healing and you're really, really ready to move forward. But there is, in fact, some blockage. So I'm being called now to Bianco Nero. No. To Tattoo Tarot, which they rhyme. I see how I could get confused. Tattoo Tarot and Bianco Nero. All right. So this is my Tattoo Tarot deck, and we're going to look into this blockage a little bit more, okay? The Eight of Wands in the split right there kind of let me know that there is hope that things are moving forward soon. I really want to recommend meditation to some of you guys, okay? Because I feel like some of you guys have just a very full mind, and mindfulness could really be good for you. All right. This right here is something I'm feeling right now. Just a lot of thoughts running through my brain. Ooh. A lot of thoughts running through my brain. So I do believe that this is about a romantic connection. Okay. All right. Wow. You guys. High Priestess and the Six of Cups, okay? Some of you guys like have this intuition that this is somebody you're really supposed to be with, or were like at some point in time you really felt like this was your person. Okay. Put the deck back together, and the Six of Cups is reversed. All right, so let's talk about some blockage. What is keeping this King of Cups reverse energy from moving forward? Wow. All right. Wow. Okay. So the feminine energy in this partnership, because like I said, we know it's a partnership now. Here's the masculine energy. All right. The feminine energy is at least being perceived, and probably is sitting very much in, wow, that was just kind of up, that was flipped at the bottom of the deck. The Star. This is my favorite card in most decks, but definitely in this deck. This is hope and optimism, but let me get into what this King of Cups person is seeing right now, okay? They're seeing this empressing. She is doing her empress thing, okay? She is standing on her own 2 feet. She's probably like being a little guarded, maybe keeping to herself, all right? And I'm getting the notion that she has good reason to be, all right? But she really isn't trying to, she's not trying to carry any extra burdens right now, okay? This is a woman who is not only like taking care of her stuff, but she knows what stuff is not hers to take care of. Okay? Does that make sense? I feel like, with these two cards together, the Four of Coins upright, like fourth house energy, like the home. Wow. Yes. This woman is cleaning out, wow, either her home or her life. The Nine of Coins is typically a woman standing in a garden, okay? And in fact, this is the Empress Junior, okay? This is the Empress Junior, okay? So this Empress is looking around at her garden that she's been keeping, and she's like, what do I want to keep because it nourishes me, and what do I want to let go of because it is just a burden to carry around? All right. So like I always say, relationship roles can be reversed. So I don't know who's who in this, but this is kind of what's going on with the energy that's in a feminine or a more receptive position right now. Okay. There's hope here. Okay. She's going through some sort of renewal. And let me see how the king is responding to this. Ooh, we got cards right away. Wow. Okay. You guys, so, wow. We got Six of Swords again. All right. Six of Swords is a very important energy. All right. He is moving away. This is mental healing. Okay. This is definitely some mental healing that's going on, because it's almost as if the swords are propelling them across the water. Swords are thoughts and water is emotion. Okay, so you guys have been doing some thinking, sorting out your thoughts in a way that's kind of helping to heal some of those rough waters, some of those overwhelming emotions that you had before. When you stop and think about them, all right, then you put it into a perspective. It's really a shift in perspective. Okay. Wow. All right. I think the message that I'm getting here, because we have the 8 of Cups reversed and we have the 5 of Cups together. All right. Together, those cards are saying, I'm not over this. Okay. I definitely have a shift in perspective. In fact, that Ace of Wands is a new inspiration, like a new motivation, like a new aha moment, like a revelation, like, oh my gosh. I never really saw it that way before, but now I see it that way, and that has triggered my healing. Okay. But as much as mental healing has taken place, we still have a 3 of Swords on the table. We still have a 5 of Cups, and we still have an 8 of Cups reversed. I'm not over this yet. He is not over this yet at all. Okay. They want me to go back to Rider-Waite. I'm going to take one more out of here. Okay. So what's the composite energy in between them right now? That's probably too many cards, but yeah, I'll take that one. And I'll take that one. Okay. So we have the Magician. Wow. I love it. We have the Magician and the 9 of Wands. Okay. The 9 of Wands can be like one final attempt. All right. Like I have just enough energy to just give this one more try. I have just enough energy to give this one more try. Okay. And so that's this Magician. We're back to this King of Cups energy. All right. Once he's done his thinking, right, sorted out his thoughts about it, now he can really get in touch with what his emotions are trying to tell him about the situation. And I think it's that he'd really like he wants to give it another try. So let's get some advice. If perhaps you are, wow, yes, that's right. I got too many flipping, but I'm just taking that top one. Wow, except for here's what's on the bottom. That's amazing. Okay. Okay, so what happens to the King of Cups when he grows up? He becomes the Emperor. Okay, he takes charge. He takes control of the situation. All right. He doesn't try to control the situation, but he takes control of what he can. All right. And then there we are. Okay. We have another 9 of Wands. Okay. So the 6 of Swords and the 9 of Wands are double confirmations in this reading. What that says to me is that, yeah, I think somebody has had some mental distance from a situation, is able to get more in touch with their feelings and realize that some of those are still as of yet unresolved. So another way of a common name for this card is the Wounded Warrior. You can see dude's got like, he had a concussion. Like he's been through some things. Okay. Come on, focus. Beep, beep, beep. Oh well. Anyways, he's a fuzzy Wounded Warrior. And I think he's ready to make a last stand. Okay. So that's what I've got for you guys. All right. If you want anything personalized, definitely hit me up at the information below for a personal reading. I can do those live via a couple different outlets. WhatsApp, Skype, Messenger if we're connected in Facebook land. And of course, video readings also, $20 for each 20 minutes. But let me know if this resonated with you guys at all, and best of luck to you. I just want to say that I think that whatever it is that's kind of being held up right now, okay, the fact that we do have the Wheel of Fortune, the Fool on here, show me that things are going to be moving forward for you, okay? So best of luck to you, my Aries, and take real good care of yourself this Aquarius season.